Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. This is going to be another collective general energy message, of course, with the tarot cards. And I want you to please understand to use your discernment and your intuition while receiving this message. Please discern what belongs to you or not and leave the rest out. Okay. Now, this reading is going to be all about healing in the internal wound. There's an internal wound here that is showing up. And it has a lot to do with boundaries being crossed, with people not making you feel like you're being heard. And for a lot of you guys, you might feel like there is some sense of stagnation or confusion in your life at this moment. And Spirit wants you to understand that because you are potentially feeling that way, the reason why is because there's this Ace of Cups here. And because of this Ace of Cups, you are being asked to go within because there's something within you that needs your attention. The Ace of Cups invites you to pour a cup of love over your heart. Okay. This is about looking at the parts of yourself that need that compassion, that unconditional love. It could be that maybe you are feeling nostalgic at this time. Maybe you're feeling very melancholic about the past. Maybe you are missing something in your life, right? It could be maybe you're missing times from the past, from your childhood. But this Ace of Cups is inviting you again to go within. There's some healing that needs to happen here. And you are in this area, moment of your life that it's just becoming a bit louder. Like you can't ignore it anymore. You can't brush it under the rug anymore. At the end of the day, you are the one sitting with these complicated emotions, and Spirit is asking you to not suppress them, but to embrace them, to look at your emotions as forms of yourself. And those forms of yourself, remind yourself of how you used to feel when you did go through these difficult moments, and what would you have wanted for someone to do for you to make you feel supported, and give that to yourself, right? You are now in a position where you can look at your past self and love her or him with compassion, with unconditional love. Do not suppress your emotions anymore. Take a hard look at them, okay? Now, Hierophant is showing up here. It could be that maybe some of us have struggled with institutions, traditions, belief systems. Maybe we have suffered with not feeling accepted within our community, within our family, within our relationships. Maybe we have felt like we have put on a mask and it doesn't feel authentic anymore. And we have realized that maybe we have carried this mask for way too long. And now it's time to kind of break down those traditions and those beliefs that have put us in this position where we feel like we have no voice. And with that being said, the Lovers is showing up here. And the Lovers is saying you do have a voice, actually. You have the ultimate voice because you have free will and you have the ability to choose what you want in your life. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the situation. And the situation is speaking about the Seven of Wands, which is the card of actually having boundaries up, okay? And this is why I was saying some of us might be going through this energy of having to put boundaries up, having to kind of protect ourselves through this bubble of peace, of serenity, of meditation, of whatever it is for you. But this bubble is so important because this is where you get to decide, I'm not going to let the external world determine my inner peace, determine how I treat myself or how I view myself. I will rather go against the current than to treat myself the way that the world says I should treat myself, right? So this is about not caring about the traditions, the beliefs that maybe you have adopted because it's what you have been exposed to. This is about rejecting all of that and choosing your inner peace, your inner well-being, by healing, by paying attention to these emotions, by having the difficult conversations, by potentially ending connections in your life that don't belong to you anymore because you need to protect yourself. You need to heal yourself, okay? We're not just protecting because we want to avoid. We're protecting because we're seeing the patterns. We're seeing the discrepancies here. We're seeing that some people say one thing and they do another and they disrespect you. And we're not brushing that under the rug anymore, okay? And that's what I'm seeing there. Why is this happening? The Chariot showing up here, okay? Chariot feels like I felt like a really speedy energy. Things have started to pile up really fast, right? The Chariot shows this energy of determination, of wanting to know where to go next. Okay. And this is where you need to sit with yourself, because you know that there is more, that there is more that you deserve, that there is more out there, that there is just more than the reality that you have, and you want that. You want to explore more. And the Chariot is showing up saying, well, we can explore more. We will explore more, because we're not going to get stuck in the same situation. Okay. The Ace of Cups, let me bring it back again. This Ace of Cups is a new beginning. It's an emotional new beginning. It's an internal new beginning, but it's nonetheless a new beginning that really does matter, that you will start to take seriously, because it's something that's being born from within you. Okay. So very, very beautiful energy here. Now, this is the message from your guides. Okay. Your guides, your spirit guides are saying here with the High Priestess that you need to connect with yourself, that you need to accept your inner revelations. So it could be that your intuition, your gut instinct is been telling you something, has been telling you something, and maybe you have been having a hard time listening to that. It could be that maybe you have been ignoring it because you second guess yourself. But the more that you heal, the more in tune you will be with your intuition and your higher self. This is about also being in the moment of stillness, embracing the stillness and the silence. And most importantly, this is about creating balance in your life that honors your internal world as well as everything else. Our internal world, our emotions, our emotional health, and spiritual health are the easiest things for us to neglect because they're not tangible. We can brush them, we can put them the last thing on our list if we really wanted to. But Spirit is saying, no, this has to be a priority. Okay. It could be two. Let's talk about the other aspect of the High Priestess. This can show revelations. Okay. It could show that you will see things that maybe have been hidden beneath the shadows about things in your life, people in your life. This is secrets coming out potentially. Again, revelations that could potentially catch you off guard, but nonetheless important for you to pay attention to. Okay. So that is the message from your spirit guides. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the outcome, which is really positive, you guys. And you have here the Six of Wands. Okay. I feel like this is about you being your own cheerleader. This is about you being your own support system, about celebrating your accomplishment of healing something within yourself that has stopped you from being truly joyous. This is a really beautiful energy because it shows that no matter what, no matter the disheartening reaction of other people, no matter what the world has to say to you about yourself, you will be celebrated from within, from your spirit tribe. And for others, this can manifest as some people or people in your life being able to recognize the things that you are doing to improve yourself and your life. And some people might really love that. Some people might see you as an inspiration. And this is just a really beautiful outcome. But guys, the work is going within. Whoever resonates with this message, this is something that really you need to pay attention to. There is things that you have gone through that maybe you have minimized. And sometimes we do that. I'm guilty of that. I minimize everything I go to. And then I go through it months, sometimes years, and I'm like, wow, like that actually really did affect me. Even though I minimized it, I didn't even say anything. It really did affect me, and now it's coming back up. That's the person that is resonating with this reading. That's exactly what has happened. You have minimized your pain. You have minimized your discomfort because you don't want to be an inconvenience to people. And Spirit is saying, or your soul is saying, it's not about the spirit, your soul is screaming at you saying, we need to pour that cup of unconditional love towards our heart because we deserve to heal. Okay. So with that being said, collective, please let me know if this message resonated with you. If it did, please drop me a comment down below. I would truly appreciate it. If you want more readings like this, I have a collective energy reading every day and they are timeless. So you can watch them whenever. And with that being said, guys, thank you again for making it this far if you have, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.